All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series heads to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Steve Freeze Memorial 250. It's 167 laps today, and it's a very special race for us. Memorial race to honor one of our fallen heroes, somebody who meant so much to us here at HORL, Steve Freeze. This is going to be a big one tonight. Hang on, boys and girls. It is live right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. Steve Freeze Memorial 250 tonight. Get about 3 minutes left in the practice session. A little bit of short deal, been getting some stuff ready for tonight, and this is a big one for us. Very important race here as we're taking a look at the 11 car tonight, and Preston Hassel will be driving that car. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, or how about a website or an online store, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with those items no matter where you are in the world. That's who's providing our servers here and our website, highoctaneracing.net. So thanks so much for coming in, and don't forget to join us over there at highoctaneracing.net. You can also get a good link to our Discord server. Join us on Discord. Yeah, thanks for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Man, this is a big one for us tonight, man. Steve Freeze meant a heck of a lot to me, and I know he meant a lot to the guys out here racing tonight. So we'll see how this goes. And a big one for us, the annual event that we put on for Steve Freeze. 250 miles, 167 laps here at Charlotte. These guys are going to beat to death. We got some prizes to give away tonight, too, in this big race for us. Already 20 drivers here joining us, and I think we're going to have 21 before we're over with. So thanks for joining us. Peace to everybody out there. Hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. Share these videos with all your friends. Let's get this party started here. Steve Freeze Memorial 250. Tim Lansbury there end up in the grandstands. Don't forget, tomorrow we have the race number 5 of the King of the Oval Series season. We'll be at California Speedway in the stock cars. 7 tracks, 14 races, alternating mods. Stock cars 1 week, Indy cars the next week, and then we switch tracks. So we are going to California for the first of 2 races, 2 weeks at Cali. Race number 5 in the stock cars in the King of the Oval Series, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the GT3 Series will be in action in Portugal on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Quals, and a great track there. Fun little GT3 series here at High Octane Racing League. come on out and join us. There's a QR code there if you're interested in joining our Discord and coming out and racing with us. These guys have headed over to the qualification session. Get some folks joining us here in the, how about that, Claudio joining us here, but Givaldo's starting it off as he always does, and coming in here to give us a little bit of a preview of the race, and he likes to set up the drama, doesn't he? Great job to Givaldo, and good luck to Givaldo here tonight, man. He is a guy that shows up each and every week and races. I think the Mental Attitude Award winner really is Givaldo Linares, and then Claudio Bardelli Jr. in here as well to join us for the party. So thanks so much to those guys, and good luck to them tonight. So feel free to come on in and chat with us here. We'll check that once in a while and pop it up here on the screen. All right, we'll take a look at the quals here as Franco Alvarez heads out on the track. 83 car, a Tire Pro sponsored Chevy Camaro. I think one of those guys is in the conversation definitely to win this race. We got 1X tires, 1X fuel setting here tonight for the longer race. Alexei Salviev joining us in the chat session. Yeah, you can join us. You're a member of our Discord, I believe. So you should look up in the Discord, and we'll send you a message through Discord, and we'll get you joined here. We're in the qualification session right now. So Alexei should be, go ahead and check the server passwords channel there in the Xfinity section. So Alexei Salviev, man, that's a loyalty joining us. How about Tony Furtado here in the 9 car, the new paint scheme, courtesy of Franco Alvarez. That guy's great at painting cars, man. Makes me want to retire from painting cars. That guy's so good. Tony Furtado, man, he goes way back at HORL. Let's see where he qualifies. Right now, Franco Alvarez, the top time, 49.214. Tony Furtado now 5th there. For that first lap, or it looks like that was his second lap there. So 29.214 is the time to beat. Tony Furtado now 5th on the grid. Preston Hassel driving the 11 cars here tonight. I don't know why I don't have the icon there, man. We're trying to figure that out, so I got to fix that. That is Bush League right there, buddy. Nonetheless, Preston Hassel goes way back in new 29.637 there for Preston. At first lap, he knew Steve as well as I did, and go way back there. So this is going to be a good night here for him. Hopefully, he can get that 11 car in victory lane. Right now, he's going to have some work to do. He's right now 12th on the grid. Ed Palumbo in the 54 car, Mellow Yellow sponsored machine. This is the kind of track I think that Ed Palumbo really excels at. It's one that, you got to get up on the wheel, drive the car, and, take advantage of those guys maybe drifting up in the high line or going down to that low line and leaving that high line open. The high line will be in play. You got to be very, very careful, though, when you get up there, because the car below you will have a tendency to drift up the track a little bit. So you're going to have to be careful on picking and choosing the times when you use that high line, I think. So a 29.146. How about that? And Palumbo to the top of the grid in that 54 car. He came to kick ass and take names tonight. Ed Palumbo to the top of the grid with that run there. Good job for him, and he's going to improve this on that second lap. So far, it looks a little bit slower there, so they got 2 yellow bars. So got that first lap in and looking pretty solid here tonight for Ed Palumbo. Artur Vieta out on the top of the grid, though. That didn't last long. Artur Vieta with a 29.121 in that 4 car. So a good run there for Artur Vieta. How about Thiago Gomez out here tonight in that 9X? He's another guy that needs one, a paint scheme, man. He races with us so often. He's racing in those temp cars. Really need to get him in a paint scheme. I know the guy to talk to. Thiago Gomez, 12th on the grid. Although Spindle 68 car, he is qualified in the 6th position. Tim Lansbury 7th on the grid. So it looks like we have 19 qualifiers, and we got a couple guys waiting to join the server. So it looks like the qualifications are finished. I want to say thank you so much for joining us here tonight. This is going to be a big race here for us, and this is brought to you live by TurnLeftTV. All right, welcome back. Appreciate you being here tonight. Let's take a look at the final results here in the qualifications. Arthur Vieira, the top time with a 29.121 at Palumbo. At Palumbo, the 29.146. Franco Alvarez, 29.214 is third. Dennis Uderson will start fourth. Craig Barazon starts fifth. Givaldo starts in the sixth position. Starting in seventh will be the 82 of Tim Lansbury. Eighth is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Chris Hughes starts ninth. Tony Furtado starts 10th. Ricky Emerson starts in 11th. Thiago Gomez starts in 12th position. Sean Jacobs 13th. Will Dunbar starts in that 14th position. Paulo Chachalowski starts 15th. Christian Wilson starts 16th. Preston Hassel starts 17th. 18th, Jim Willis. And Dee Murray starts in the 19th position. Well, Steve Freeze meant so much to us here at High Octane Racing League. And really can't say enough about the influence that he had on a lot of us here who at HORL. I know Sean Jacobs, Tony Furtado, Preston Hassel. We all knew him very well. Will Dunbar, when he was cutting his teeth, sim racing, just getting into it as a teenager. Steve Freeze was such a helpful guy, and we miss him so much. He means a lot to us and other folks that are not sim racing right now that will come out and watch these races and still have a little bit of access to HORL, or still kind of have some tentacles there. Talk about AJ and Chris, certainly. We definitely think about them too. We'd love to see them back. Also, Scott Johnston. I know he knew Steve as well. This is a big night for us, so we want to send out our well wishes to those guys. So we have a little bit of an extended warm-up session, I believe, try to get some folks joined up here. Let's take a look at the keys to the race here tonight at Charlotte. And this is sort of a similar situation that we had last week. You got to race this track, man. I think this is even more challenging than Las Vegas. Pick your spots and when you're going to make passes. This is a tough track. It's bumpy. And turn 4, coming off turn 4, man, getting in that quad oval area is very, very dangerous going too wide. Make good pit stops, man. It's a little challenging getting on pit lane. And then don't forget that good tire management. So let's hope we got that, those packages there going. So to get Charlotte in the books here tonight and finish that thing without any dents on those things. And we could take a look at some of the HORL royalty. How about this? Sean Jacobs' old paint scheme. I used to race the number 13 car. He switched over to the 24, and he hasn't been the same since. So Sean Jacobs' old schemes here. We take a look at those every year, just to kind of relive some memories. And, hopefully we'll be able to show you some more throughout the race here tonight. Preston Hassel's 27 car. He lives in, I don't think he lives in Norfolk, Virginia anymore. I think he's actually in New Hampshire somewhere. So 27 car. He'll be racing in the 11 car. We actually sort of try to mimic that 27 in the top left there, a little bit closer. We are going to extend the warm-up just a little bit, get a few things taken care of, and appreciate your patience. We've got a big field here tonight, 22 drivers. We've got a couple more trying to join. Let's take a look at the point standings coming into tonight. This is a points race, just a normal points race. Franco Alvarez has a 20-point lead over Archie Vieta. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Vieta are tied for second. I should say he has a 20-point lead over those two guys. Preston Hassel sits fourth in points. Craig Bearzon fifth. Ricky Emerson sits sixth in points. Seventh is Sean Jacobs. Dennis Huge sits eighth. Jamal's middle of ninth. Jim Willis sits 10th in points coming into tonight. Sitting in the 11th position is Lucas Simpner. Dana Grover is 12th. JJ, Jair Oliveira is 13th. Tom Roblard 14th. Paul Brown sits 15th. Gordon Carter 16th. Ed Colombo 17th. Jesus Iglesias 18th. 19th is Chris Hughes, and rounding out the top 20 is William Thiago. So JJ joining us in the chat session, and also Tiago Gomez. Alexei Salviev has joined us here for some racing tonight. So great to see him, man. That guy is fantastic IndyCar driver. Let's see what he's got in these stock cars here tonight. So hopefully we have a good race out of Alexei, and wish him the best of luck. Of course, we wish Tiago and Jair Oliveira luck as well. And thanks to those guys for coming in and supporting HORL, and also TurnLeftTV and Steve Freeze Memorial 250. I'll be racing alongside these guys. I'm going to be racing in Paulo Chachalowski's league coming up. Oh my God, look at this. Hey, look who just showed up. Dennis Vanderman. That guy is awesome. Love that guy. Miss him a lot. Definitely miss him. And thanks for staying up late or getting up early or whatever it is. He's over there in, I believe, the Netherlands. So good to see him as well. And hopefully we'll see him out for some GT3 racing. That'd be great on those Sundays. So, Sunday's a little bit of a difficult night for some of those guys. But we race in the afternoons here in the U.S. and it's at nighttime over there across the pond. So, got to see him out and join us. So right now we are in the warm-up session. We did a little restart of warm-up just to give some guys some time to do some laps in here that have joined us late. We didn't bother to take a look at the track here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Of course, who doesn't know Charlotte that is a race fan? This is a quad oval. This is a bumpy track here in rFactor 2. I think bumpier than probably what it really should be. I know it's a bumpy track in real life, but banking in the turns at 24 degrees, banking in those straights at 5 degrees. And this quad oval area, in my opinion, is the trickiest part of the track. Coming off turn 4, it's easy to get into that outside wall, so we definitely do not want to see that tonight. That could cause some huge chaos. And I think if guys exercise some patience here tonight, we're going to have a good race. It's going to be a long race. No sense in really getting aggressive here early on. Save your stuff and be there for the end. Take a look at our wheel of fun. Still working on the wheel itself, but got that somewhere. Take a look what I did with that. So the Wheel of Fun tonight, we'll have a prize giveaway. We're going to do some sim racing gloves, 2 $25 Steam gift cards, a $50 Steam gift card, and a Derek Spear Designs button box. Those are the prizes, and thanks to all those folks who've made donations, the HORL faithful, admin, and board members that have made donations. Tony Furtado donated the gloves. Sean Jacobs donated $100 for the effort. Also, we had an anonymous donor who wishes to remain anonymous, donating some to the effort. that's what we got coming up. Hopefully we'll be able to televise that. I'm working on the wheel a little bit. So about 6 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Will Dunbar joining us in the chat, and he has got the little wrench by his name because that means he is chat moderator, so he better be good. We'll take care of him. Will is, longtime HORL member, and coming back to HORL after really quite a long absence. He served in the military, just got his PhD, by the way. So congratulations to Dr. Dunbar. Troy fail joining us. Good to see Troy. Hopefully, I pronounced that name correctly. 23 drivers joining us tonight. Keep our fingers crossed. All right, we got about a minute left here, and we're going to get this party started here. I had to do a few admin-related things. Busy guy, busy guy. Should I have... All right, boys and girls, here we go. Here we go. Long race here tonight to Steve Freeze Memorial 250. So 167 laps here tonight, and this is going to be a fun one here. So let's hopefully everybody exercises some patience. It's a long race, and it's a big one for us.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, the starting order here tonight. Archer Fietta starts in P1. Ed Colombo starts in second. Starting in third is Franco Alvarez in the 83. Dennis Udichin in the 47 starts in fourth. Starting in fifth will be Craig Marazon in the 60. Givaldo Spindle in the 68 car starts sixth. Tim Lansbury starts seventh. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 starts eighth. Starting in ninth is Chris Hughes. Tony Furtado in the 9 car starts in the 10th position. Ricky Emerson starts in 11th. Thiago Gomez in the 9X starts in 12th. Starting in the 13th position is the 24 of Sean Jacobs. Will Dunbar in the 88 car starts 14th. Paulo Chachalowski starts 15th. Christian Wilson starts in 16th. Starting in 17th is Preston Hassel. He's going to be driving the 11 car. Jim Willis in the 53 starts 18th. Todd Robillard starts 19th. Gordon Carter will start in the 20th position. Starting in 21st is Jair Oliveira. He's going to be in the Lawrence Stopworth 41 car. And Alexei Salvia starts in the 22nd position. So long race here tonight. The Steve Freeze Memorial 250. This is going to be a fun one, I think. Really, really fun track. Fun race. Hopefully we got a good one here for you tonight. Archer Viana will lead the field to take the green flag here at the Steve Freeze Memorial 250. 2022 style here at Charlotte.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, we're to green here. Long race here, just be patient. Alvarez on the inside there behind Archer Fietta. Ed Palumbo giving him a lot of room. Ed Palumbo now in third. Board here with Ed Palumbo as he runs behind Franco Alvarez, and Archer Viana looking behind him as Craig Marazon to 47. Dennis Udichin running in the 5th position. Marazon looking a little racy here tonight. We got him off the track there, back in the back. The back that looked like that pack looked like the 5 car and maybe Thiago Gomez in the 12 car had a little trouble. Gomez now dropping back here. Looks like he's down in the 12th position. Will Dunbar just behind him in that 88 car. Robillard there starting in the back of the pack here tonight. He's starting in P18. Uncharacteristic for him. I think he chose not to qualify. So the 90 car running in P18. Of our admins here, so this will be a big win for him. They're 3 wide just ahead on board here with Todd Robillard running in P18. Chachalowski just ahead of him in that new paint scheme. The 30 car, Christian Wilson letting Chachalowski go. No, he's diving down to the inside line. He's going to make him earn it here. There we go, coming off turn 4. This is going to get a little dicey. Oh boy, these guys pull it off. In the quad oval area. Argentiera is the leader. Franco Alvarez starting to push him a little bit on that outside line. These guys do a lot of laps together. One of our South American drivers, Alvarez down to the inside line. He wants to take the lead. He does. It looks like Argentiera is going to give up P1. Now back to the second position as Franco Alvarez is to the lead. Take a look at Tony Furtado in that 9 car. Got a brand new paint scheme. That Exalta sponsored number 9 Camaro. Will be racing with me in the Chachalowski League, the Dobra Series, starting in October. Yep, that's right. I'm going to get behind the wheel. Those broadcasts will be on 11 TV, if I'm not mistaken, on YouTube. So I'm excited about that. A little nervous, actually, but Furtado and I are going to work together, I think, and see what we can do in that league. So excited about that. Getting to race with a lot of guys here that race with him HORL. Just behind Furtado is Chris Hughes in 7 car. Having a quiet night here so far. He's a patient driver, man. I tell you, a really patient guy. He's running in that T10. He's now down to the bottom side here, pushing the 9 car. So the 7 looking to move up to 9th position, and Tony Furtado gives him some room. Robillard here in the 90. Getting around Chachalowski, and look at this, RJ Vieta and Paulo Chachalowski battling it out just behind. Vieta running in that 41 car. 17th position, Chachalowski now back to 18. Here is Bardelli Jr. in the 91 car, and Givaldo Spindola in that 7th, 8th position, and Bardelli Jr. jumps up to P8. Look at this, that 7 car getting around the 68 car now. Chris Hughes making a pass on Givaldo. Chris Hughes up to the 8th position. Jim Willis here in the 53 car. Oh, Chachalowski, the 94 up under the wall. Chachalowski hit the wall coming off turn 4, and the 53 gets by. So now Jim Willis up to the 18th position as Chachalowski falls back to the 19th spot. Franco Alvarez not playing around here. He and Argentiera working together. 1-2 away from this fray. And these guys try to chase him down. Led by Craig Marizon running in the 3rd position. Ed Palumbo running in P4. Got a good battle here between Uncle Preston and the nephew, Will Dunbar. The 11 versus the 88. That 11 car going to get by. The 88, Will Dunbar, tuck it in back to the 13th position as Preston Hassel moves up to 12th. Willis here continuing to push the issue, and he's now battling up on the high side, getting around the 5. So Ricky Emerson having some trouble here, it looks like. Emerson in the 5 car, now back to 19th, maybe trying to save those tires. Very smart race car driver here, so we'll have to keep our eye on Ricky Emerson, one of our New Jersey drivers. He's like me, man, he's a science teacher. How about that? I like that, man. It is Bardelli Jr. and Tim Lansbury. Lansbury in the 82 up on the high side is Bardelli Jr. in the 91 down on the inside line. So that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang using that high line, and now falling back there as Bardelli Jr. gets that position. Sean Jacobs in the 9th spot now, getting by the 9 of Tony Furtado. So Sean Jacobs in that brand new California University of Pennsylvania Falcons sponsored machine. His son plays baseball for that university. It says the games start tomorrow. We've got a new paint scheme, but I'm going to give myself a little credit on that. Myself and Franco Alvarez worked on Sean Jacobs. Todd Robillard here continuing to move up, getting by Christian Wilson, taking over the 13th spot. Christian Wilson up on the outside line as Todd Robillard through that tri-oval area gets by. Craig Marzon now closing in on the race leaders here. Craig Marzon now making a three-way battle here out of the front of that Magpul Dynamics sponsor machine. He is looking to close in on Archer Vieta. And now these guys start to use up those tires a little bit as Franco Alvarez and Archer Vieta now rekindle that battle. Side by side, and Craig Marzon's got to decide who he wants to go with. Alvarez using that outside line. He loves this outside line. And Archer Vieta pressing the inside, not able to pull that off. '90 car now getting by the 88, so the 90 moving up. He is now up to the 11th position. Got Gordon Carter here in the 8X. He's getting by Ricky Emerson. Ricky Emerson has got a problem with this car. I don't know what's going on with the 5, but this is really uncharacteristic. So Gordon Carter getting by one of our newer drivers here. And this guy's shown a lot of racing, it's a high racing IQ. And, really shown a lot of respect for the drivers. Getting into the grass there a little bit. Getting into the grass a little bit as we're looking ahead. Out of the front of his car at Givaldo and Alexei Salviev. Preston Hassel in his 11 car now closing in. You see Chris Hughes leading this pack. He's running in 7th, Jacobs 9th, Preston Hassel in 10th. And Freeze Racing PC's number 11 car. You see Sean Jacobs getting by Chris Hughes. Now maybe Preston Hassel wants to get by Sean Jacobs up to the 8th position. Carter and Ricky Emerson having a good battle here as Givaldo Spindle, the 68 car, up the track a little bit. Gordon Carter getting by, and Ricky Emerson regathering his thoughts and getting by. Look at this, we got a battle for the 2nd position. The 60 car getting by the 4. Craig Marzon getting by that 4 car, taking over P2. This is big, man. I'll tell you what, Craig Marzon came out earlier this year for the first time, and we know his racing talent. This 60 car Magpul Dynamics machine now up to the 2nd position. Kachalowski here having some trouble in this 94 car. Smacking the wall again, right there, going through the grass. Kachalowski through the grass, and he keeps that thing. Oh, is he going to save it? He does. Saving the thing. My heavens, Kachalowski went for a ride there. As Ricky Emerson got, or excuse me, it looked like, Ricky Emerson might have gotten by. Holy smokes. Kachalowski's in the grass. Ricky Emerson sees that. You think, oh heavens, man, what's going to happen when he comes back up on the track? And, Gomez gets by. Also, Salviev, I think, gets by as well. Take a look at Alexei Salviev here, the 7X car. He's racing from across the pod. Alexei is one of our, he's from Eastern Europe. And right now, he's late joining too, man. He's got a lot of seat time. He's running in the 18th position. We know his talent on ovals and in those Indy cars, so let's keep our eye on that 7X car. Alvarez starting to run away here a little bit, and we've got battle back here for that second position as Artavetta got tired of running in P3. He decides he's going to get around, and he gets around Craig Marazon. So Artavetta now back to P2 as Claudio Bardelli Jr. starting to close in. Bardelli Jr. now getting by Craig Marazon. Chachalowski has retired his machine, so I hate to see that. He had banged the wall there a couple times. And these guys starting to get a little bit loose here. We've got a few laps on these tires, 23 laps, and guys are starting to think about pit stops here, I believe. So we may start seeing some pit stops. Guys are really now holding on to this thing as Vieira running in the second position. This is going to stretch out the field here a little bit. How about Jim Willis here running in the 11th position, trying to crack that top 10, closing in on the 11th car, Preston Hassel. Jim Willis, one of our Florida drivers, running in this 53 Black Rifle Coffee Company sponsored Camaro, running in the 11th position. Tim Lansbury in the 82, he's closing in on Chris Hughes and Todd Robillard. So Lansbury here having a good night. Lansbury running in the 9th position. You see him working that wheel. Oh, I tell you what, Ed Palumbo almost came off the track. Ed Palumbo got a little saucy right there. Ed Palumbo almost lost that thing. Holy smokes. Well, that thing almost came around there for Ed Palumbo. He was off the track. We'll take a look at that as Ed Palumbo, man, he had a crazy deal here. Watch this 54 car. He is almost wrecked and saves it. My heavens, man. He lost a couple positions, but he keeps the fenders on that 54 Mellow Yellow sponsored machine. Holy smokes. We're on board here with Ed Palumbo. Watch him work this wheel. Counter steering. Look at that, man. That thing is absolutely wrecked. It does a great job of keeping that thing from snapping around and out of traffic. Man, I tell you what, that's some talent right there. Ed Palumbo staying in the fight. Franco Alvarez in the 83 car. Take a look at Archie Vieira here as we go back live with this 4 car. He's running in the 2nd position. I have a feeling we're going to start seeing some pit stops here very soon. Will Dunbar in the 88 car, he's fallen back to the 20th position, so maybe he's saving his stuff a little bit. I know some guys are really having some handling issues here as this track is kind of ruthless on tires. Sean Jacobs closing in on the 60. Now we saw that 60 take the lead here, and now he's dropping back to the 5th position as Sean Jacobs gets by the 24 car. These guys really having to work this car here. Finesse game now with the tires used up. We've been caution-free here, 28 laps in. Guys are really starting to fight. Jair Oliveira and Ricky Emerson having a battle. JJ up the track. Ricky Emerson going down to the bottom line in this 5 car. JJ running in that 41 car here tonight. Ricky Emerson trying to gain that spot. JJ fighting back on the outside. Good battle here. This is for the 12th position. It's a drag race down the backstretch into turn 3. Emerson on the bottom line. Jair Oliveira up on the high line. Ricky Emerson going to win that fight this time. Sean Jacobs continuing to move forward here, now closing in on the 91 car. So Sean Jacobs may have that long run car, the 24. Vulcan's sponsored machine. Getting by Claudio Bardelli Jr. now closing in. We got some lap traffic there. Givaldo Spindle up on the high line. Sean Jacobs gets by. Claudio Bardelli Jr. gets by through the tri-oval. Sean Jacobs starting to close in on the 4 car, who's running in P2. Alvarez got a 3.5 second lead over this field. Dennis Uderchin in the 47 car having a battle here with Ricky Emerson. Dennis Uderchin racing from Kharkiv, Ukraine. These guys have had a tough way to go here, man, and I love to see Dennis Uderchin getting back to life. Just enjoying the things he likes to do. He's up in the wall here, scraping a little paint off. Now running in the 12th position. Jair Oliveira gets by in that 41 car. I love to see Dennis Uderson joining us out here. Preston Hassel now getting by the 82, Tim Lansbury. Good battle here. Hassel to the inside, Lansbury getting by. Starting to get some word that there's pit stops underway. 88 car coming onto pit lane. So now pit stops. So looks like maybe Tony Furtado on pit lane. Furtado and Dunbar, the first two cars on pit lane. Take a look here as Tony Furtado takes his service. Furtado on pit lane as we're behind the concession stand and the Porta-Johns. Oh, what a great camera angle that is, huh? Tony Furtado and Will Dunbar both finish up their pit stops, so a little early pit stops for those guys. As Franco Alvarez out there by himself. Got a 4.5 second lead. Furtado back out on track, has some fresh rubber on that machine, and that he's going to feel like Superman here for a little while. Furtado now running in the 20th position in that 9 machine. He is 2 laps down. Actually, technically, I believe 1 lap down, almost 2 laps down, but he's got fresh tires, so I think it's going to be turning out all right for him. Those first 2 guys coming down pit lane, that's interesting pit strategy there. So the guys trying to stretch it out. Jair Oliveira here and Tim Lansbury. Lansbury up the track as Oliveira in the 41 car trying to get around on the bottom side. Tough to make passes here on old tires through the tri-oval area off turn 4. Looks like JJ gets by. Look at this. Thiago Gomez going to follow him through. Gomez looking pretty strong here late in this run. He gets by Tim Lansbury. Uderson in that 14th position. He's trying to get around Lansbury as well. So we got a mess of cars here. So a big pack of cars here on used up stuff. How about Christian Wilson in this 30 car? One of our young guns. He's going to try to go 3 wide. Oh boy, don't do that. Christian Wilson hanging on. He got into the grass a little bit. He was trying to slip under Dennis Uderson. Yeah, got better of that and holds on. So that 30 car got a little squirrely. Great job of holding on to that. Furtado now gained in some positions. Looks like Salviev might be coming down pit lane. I'm not sure. Salviev off the track to come down pit lane in this 7X car. Actually looks like he might be finishing up his pit stop. Let's see where we're at here on the track. Looks like he's finished up his pit stop. So, Alexis Salviev in the 7X car back out on track after making pit stops. 83 now letting that 7X car who had just pitted get by. So now Salviev gets a lap back. Now just 1 lap down. Franco Alvarez, that's back in, starting to swirl around here a little bit. As Will Dunbar on fresh tires going to get by on him. As Alvarez way up out of the groove here. You see him working that wheel, trying to keep this car straight. Waldo Spindler here in his 68 car. He's getting, he got into the wall right there. Waldo got into the wall, got into that grass. We're starting to hear guys coming down pit lane. Chris Hughes in the 7 car on pit lane. Todd Robillard indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. Chris Hughes taking some service, finishing up his pit stop. Here on lap 39. Caution free here so far. Franco Alvarez on pit lane. Our race leader. Franco Alvarez coming down pit lane here on lap 39. He's going to give up the race lead to Sean Jacobs in the 24. So this Cal U Vulcans sponsored Camaro now to the race lead. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in second. So now looks like Sean Jacobs is going to come down pit lane. That's going to give the lead to Claudio Bardelli Jr. Yeah, Palumbo on pit lane. Todd Robillard indicating he's going to try to pit again. He missed pit lane. And man, his crew is livid with him right now. 91 making a pit stop, giving up the race lead. And that's going to give the race lead to Craig Marizon, I believe. So the 91 making a pit stop. Craig Marizon now the race leader here on lap 42.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag! Oh no, yellow flag! So a yellow flag here as Craig Marizon is the leader. First yellow flag of the night. And Salviev may have come around. Alexei Salviev in the 7X car a little bit off the pace here, so something's happened with him. Let's see what happened here as Salviev might have come around. Oh, he might have gotten a tag in the back end. Let's take a look here as Salviev down to the inside. Oh, and it looked like the 11 car comes across and gets into the 7X car. Hard contact. You take a look as the 7X car right there goes down on the bottom side. It looks like the 11 comes down. It gets into the 7X machine. At the back of Christian Wilson's machine here. Take a look at this. So he gets in the back right there, maybe get a little bit loose. Oh man, that 7X car is way up in the air. Holy smokes. On the front of JJ's car is 41. Look at that right there. And big time crash there. He did a great job of getting under that. It looked like that might have been on the 11 car as Craig Marizon is the leader. Ricky Emerson shown in second. So it looks like we've got about 11 cars on the lead lap. Artevieta got trapped a lap down. Alvarez is on the lead lap. Jacobs barely made it on the lead lap. So our first yellow flag here tonight in the 60 car is the leader. Now we're going to have some green flag pit stops. Maybe some of these guys might take a wave around. Guys that just came off pit lane might try to take a wave around if these guys come down pit lane here. Alvarez is pitted, so I think he may stay out. I don't know here. We'll see. Definitely Marizon is going to come down pit lane. This was a gift to him. He was kind of that last of the crew to have to make pit stops. So now he and Ricky Emerson coming down pit lane. This is interesting. As we see these guys making pit stops. What a horrible camera angle here, as we'd like to see something pointing down pit lane. And, not behind the crowd. There's an armpit. So 47 car Udichin on pit lane as well. Looks like the 60 car had to back up. We're getting the 83 car coming back off the off pit lane. Maybe he got 2 tire change or something. Bardelli Jr. is shown as the race leader now. The 90 car might get, where's he at? He's actually, looks like might be a couple laps down. Oh, he's on the tail end of the lead lap, so he might actually get a wave around here. We got some guys that might be in that position. We'll see how this shakes out. Hey, don't forget, the King of the Oval series will be coming up tomorrow night. This is IndyCar Stock Cars, so we alternate weeks, 7 tracks, 14 races. And we are in a stock car week racing in California, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's tomorrow, right here on TurnLeftTV, by the way. And next week, we'll be in the IndyCars at California. So 7 tracks, 14 races, alternating mods to crown the champion and the king of the ovals. Who's that going to be? Now this is where it gets a little dicey here. As you start getting some guys, you know, maybe on different pit strategies, and we're all bunched up here again. And this could get a little dicey. It looks like we've got some guys coming down pit lane too. So Preston Hassel is taking some service. Salviev's taking service. Tony Furtado on pit lane. He's taking some service here in this 9 car on board here with him. It's a long pit stop, and I suggest we're going to have another lap here before we get the 1 to go. 44, Sean Jacobs gets out just ahead of him. So, Sean Jacobs and Tony Furtado both coming down pit lane here. You see the 88, Will Dunbar, also the 11 car of Preston Hassel finishing up that pit stop. He got a ton of damage. Givaldo also on pit lane. Gives us a chance to throw up some more royalty. How about Will Dunbar racing back in the day? We'll throw up his 88 car from back in the day. So there you go, old Logitech sponsored machine. Racing when he was just a youngin' in his teens, and here he is back. Dr. Dunbar. Good to see the 88 car back in it as well. So some high-octane racing royalty right there. And he's done a lot for HORL, man. He helps provides a service for us and all our tech support. He's got a PhD in software engineering, so the right man for the job. We've got some wave arounds here. JJ got Robillard and Colombo, those guys might have gotten some wave arounds, so good news for them. Get back on the lead lap. They had just hit it when the caution flag came out, so not a huge problem for those guys, other than they're going to have a little bit older tires. So nonetheless, back on the lead lap. We're double file here. We're getting ready to go back green. As Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the inside line. So the 91, Bardelli Jr., solid contender here tonight. Won a lot of races, got some championships here at HORL. He's going to start on the inside line. 83 car, Franco Alvarez starts up on the outside line. Ricky Emerson will start in P3. Dennis Yuchin, 47, starts in the 4th position. This would be a big win for the Ukrainian, huh?
Green flag, go,
Here we go, back to green. Battle there coming off the turn as Alvarez wants that lead back. He's used on the outside line and he gets it. So Bardelli Jr. back to the 2nd position. How about Ricky Emerson all the way up to the 3rd spot? He dropped back there earlier in the race, but now working his way up to the front here in the 5 car. He's got a sort of an unorthodox style of racing, but man, it works for him. PlayStation sponsored machine. Big Bearzon running in the 4th position. Dennis Yuchin now in 5th. Bearzon got around on that restart. Tim Lansbury in the 82 car. The Skyline Chili Ford Mustang running behind Todd Robillard. Tim Lansbury, one of our New York drivers here, running in the 16th position. Wins the race, everybody gets Skyline Chili, allegedly. Take a look at this as Tony Furtado in the 9 car, that 21st position. Repaint scheme for him. Throwing that out there tonight in that Exalta sponsor machine, courtesy of Franco Alvarez. Running in the 21st spot. Alexis Salvia here running in 17th position. Little gaggle of cars there. He's up on the outside line. The 30 car, Christian Wilson just ahead of him. Alvarez using this outside line. He's in 17th, 1 lap down. He is in the lucky dog position. Not a huge emergency there to try to get around these guys. Preston Hassel is the nearest driver to him. So nonetheless, he wants to go racing. Santiago Gomez here in the 9X machine. He's got a good run here going in the 6th position, running behind the 47. Dennis Udichin. Running in P5. Christian Wilson having a great night running in the 7th position. Take a look at the 7X of Alexis Salvia is in the 17th spot. He's on a little bit fresher tires getting around these guys. See Christian Wilson in that 30 car. Oh, Christian, a little contact with that outside wall there coming off turn 4. We talked about that in that pre-race show. About this, Jim Willis and the 53 and the 54 of Ed Palumbo side by side. Great battle there as that 54 car gets by. 54 now setting his sights on the 68 of Givaldo Spindler. Now Givaldo shown in the 20th position. Ed Palumbo right now running in P12. And, Ed Palumbo to the high line. Wait there to try to get around Givaldo. Picker spots here down the backstretch. Wilson here on the high side of Thiago Gomez. Good battle here between the two of those guys. Christian Wilson up on the high side now, getting around. Boy, that was close. He got around the 9X. So Christian Wilson gaining a spot here. How about Gordon Carter here, this 8X machine? He's down on this bottom line, getting around this 9X machine. Gordon Carter in the 8X. Moving up the track, moving up to the grid, now in P8. This will be a big win for Gordon. Sean Jacobs, he's now getting by that 9X machine. 4 car had gotten by, so the 9X falling back here a little bit. I don't know if there's some damage on Thiago Gomez's machine, but he's lost some position. He's now back to the 11th spot. Alvarez the leader, and things are getting a little interesting there for P3 as the 60 and the 5 battling it out. Salviev in that 7X car. He is 1 lap down, but he wants to maybe unlap himself the old-fashioned way. He is in the lucky dog position in P17. It's going to make it interesting as the 5 car pulling away there from the 60. On now having a battle there side by side with Alexis Salvia. Christian Wilson now in P5. Christian Wilson up in the top 5 here. He's up on the high side. He's going to follow Alexis Salvia through. Christian Wilson. Oh, Christian Wilson there sideways. Oh, my heavens. Did you see that? Christian Wilson got sideways. Oh, and he comes around. The yellow flag comes out. Christian Wilson got sideways. So Christian Wilson came around, and he is off the pace. Franco Alvarez will come around here and pick up the pace car as we have our second caution flag here on lap 58. So something happened to Christian Wilson, and it looked like he got a little squirrely there. He was up on the high line, maybe got into the wall. Let's take a look and see what happened to Christian Wilson. Just a little bit earlier here as he spun. So even a little bit earlier here, we're gonna have to find a good spot. outside wall. He's crashing into the outside wall and trying to rip that steering wheel, rip that car off the wall, and he makes some contact to the inside. So that's what happened. It just looked like he got stuck there trying to rip that wheel to the left, yank it to the left, and the back end came around. He's going to make some contact here with that inside wall right there. Some more contact. It was a good job of staying out of everybody's way. So Sean Jacobs saw this action right there as the 30 car kind of woed up. Everybody woeing up there as Christian Wilson aboard here with him. You see him trying to work that wheel. Man, he came all the way around with that wheel there, trying to keep this car from spinning out. Right here. Alexis Salviev's machine. So second caution flag, single car incident. So that turn 4 wall is, coming off turn 4 there, hitting that wall. That's where it happens, man. Franco Alvarez is the leader. Bardelli Jr. is second. Ricky Emerson in third. Craig Marizon fourth. Dennis Schuderson is in the 5th position. Oliveira, Vieira, Carter, Jacobs, and Gomez rounding out the top 10. Hey, don't forget the GT3 series will be in action, High Octane Racing League style. At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be in Portugal, the GP configuration of that track. We'll do race number 5 of the season, 45-minute race. So come on out and join us. There's the Discord address if you want to join up and race some GT3 series. It's coming up on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try to make that a little bit earlier so we can get some of those European drivers out and joining us, the guys that really, really love that GT3 stuff. Take a look at some more HORL High Octane Racing League schemes. I got that Dan Chu car there, that truck I painted for him back in the day, and the car, the Chu's plumbing machine. He's sort of been absent from sim racing for a long time. And there's my Castle Auto Parts. They donated my sim racing seat. They gave me a Fiero, a passenger side seat out of a Pontiac Fiero for my sim racing rig. So I put Castle Auto Parts on the side of my car. I taught both of the guy that owns that auto parts yard, the salvage yard. I taught both of his kids, so he gave me a seat for free. So there you go, Castle Auto Parts, and then the Big Johnson Buick when we did that Aero 88 mod back in the day. I think we're probably going to get the one to go here this time by, I believe. Take a look at one of the old screenshots here of, let's see if we can pop this up here. Didn't really plan on putting that. Here's the old winter screenshots we did. This is, I believe, where is this? I forget, man. Look at the old Iron Horse sponsor machine. Jack Hinchman? No. Our old 45 schemes there. All right, we're getting to 1 to go here as Franco Alvarez decides to take that inside line. Rick Emerson will be up on the outside line. Vieira is in third. Bardelli Jr. will start fourth. Craig Berzon fifth. A long race here. We got lights, baby, coming on. Our Tire Pros sponsor machine will start on the inside, and the lights, the sun is getting low in the sky, changing things a little bit, making things a little bit more, maybe dicey going into the turn there with the sun in your face. It's like Arch if you had retired his machine.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Archibald dropped out. Looks like he might have lost connection there. That was tough. Horrible bit of luck there. Indiana has that connection. We're going to have to figure something out here. We're going to go out west to the lead as the 5. Ricky Emerson just keeps climbing up the grid in P2. Berzon is in the third position. Emerson looking a little racy here. He's down to the inside line now, challenging for the race lead. Ricky Emerson in the 5 car, battling the 83 for the race lead here. Can he get that Toyota up front? So the 5 now to the race lead. Lansbury and Todd Robillard here battling. Lansbury to the inside, Robillard up to the outside line. Lansbury trying to get that position. Robillard holds on. Salviev in the 7X car. He's now back on the lead lap, and we've seen how fast this car is. This could be scary. He's now running behind that 11 car. Alexei Salviev now working this outside line as this 11 car squeezed a little bit high here. Salviev there trying to squeeze that car through. Salvius to the outside. Oh, there's contact there. There might have been contact between he and the 11 car. Might have been some contact. Back here, take a look here. This is the 11. It's going to be a little backed up as the 11 car. Salviev goes to the high line. Salviev says, hey, I'm going to get by on the outside line. There might have been some contact between the 11 and the... no, there wasn't. Salviev just got up out of the groove into the marble. The 11 car held it down, gave him some room. On board there, couldn't really tell what happened. There's Ricky Emerson and Craig Berzon battling. Craig Berzon in the 60 car. Franco Alvarez has gotten back around. These guys are going after it right now. Here on lap 68. Craig Berzon's climbed up the grid. Maybe guys on a little bit different tire strategy. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in this mix. Emerson drops back as now JJ in the 4th position. Franco Alvarez back to the race lead. Take a look at that pass as Jair Oliveira goes to the inside of Ricky Emerson through the tri-oval area. And the 41 car gets by, now picks up P4. Ricky Emerson back to the 5th spot. Williams 24, Sean Jacobs. Jacobs now running behind Jim Willis and the 47. Dennis Uderchin. Oh, Jacobs going to the high side, Willis on the bottom side. Just behind him is the 47 and the 9X. Gomez and Unitian battling it out. Gomez gets around. Sean Jacobs there trying to get around his 53 car. 53 is running in the 7th position. He's tightened up front here, man. I'll tell you what, some different tire strategies maybe. Robillard here now battling Dennis Unitian. Not Robillard here in the 90 car. Maybe these lights going down are going to benefit some of these guys. The lights are on and the sun going down. Jim Willis here now putting a little pressure on Ricky Emerson. Oh, we got a battle up front here. We got a battle up front. Oh, there's contact there. Contact, a big one. Bardelli Jr. might have been involved. Bardelli Jr.'s off the pace. Looked like he might have spun too. See what happened here. Bardelli Jr. up the track. Oh, there's contact with he in the 41. Oh, and then hard lick here. This guy's getting checked up. 41 and the 91 got together right here. See the 41 diving to the inside. The 91 trying to close the door, comes down across and gets into the 41 car. And then to check it up behind as Jim Willis gets tagged. Jim Willis, man, I tell you what, he can't buy a good finish here. This. He just tried to check up, and Jacobs was below him. He didn't see him, and then collects a bunch of cars. 53, not too much damage, I don't think, for him. I mean, to be honest with you. But some shenanigans. Jim Willis spun on this, just getting checked up. Right here as Jacobs getting Perry in front as those guys get together. He's trying to get his car down to the inside. Jacobs is on the inside already. The 90 car gets collected and now the 11 car gets collected. It looked like there was just some shenanigans between Bardelli Jr. and JJ. Right here as Bardelli Jr. down and JJ was underneath. Board here with JJ, and right there drifts up maybe a little bit too, so maybe both those guys could take a little ownership of that. So third caution flag of the night. These guys are coming down pit lane here. We've got a cone in the middle of pit lane as Greg Marizon, race leader, comes down pit lane. As these guys taking pit stops. Now Ed Palumbo on pit lane, Preston Hassel is going to lead a lap here in that 11 car. How about that, huh? Ed Palumbo on pit lane. Look at that mess coming off pit lane. Look at that battle. Holy smokes. 5-way battle there coming off pit lane. They'll figure it out. Wowza. Interesting battle there. So some pit lane battles.
road will be open this time.
Kind of see this battle here from Ed Palumbo's from Ricky Emerson's perspective. This guy's trying to figure it out where they are. Look at that, 3 wide coming off the back out onto the track. Preston Hassel is the leader, and he's coming down pit lane as Gomez and Alvarez, I believe, will so Gomez will reassume or assume the lead. Alvarez will be in second. Bill Dunbar in the 88 will take a wave around, I believe. See those guys taking some wave rounds here, so that's going to give Gomez that front line as he is the leader. Ringo Alvarez will start in the second position. Craig Barazon will start third. Looks like Oliveira starts in the fourth position. So now things getting a little dark here tonight. We're going to change from day to night. Always like that, man. It's a good deal in the game there. The lighting's right. So maybe change a little bit of the dynamics of the race.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. A lot of laps to go here. My strategy in this race is just let things get sorted out here. It's Alvarez. Oh, there's contact there. The 9X and the 41 get together. Yeah, Palumbo up in this mix. He's running in the fourth position in that 54 car. He and the 9X side by side through the tri-oval area. Yeah, Palumbo trying to inch ahead. Get around the 9X. Now Ed Palumbo in third. Thiago Gomez back to the fourth position. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in fifth. Johnny Oliveira down to the inside here. He's going to try to get the race lead. He's battling Franco Alvarez. 41 car not able to pull off that pass. Franco Alvarez is the leader. Alexei Salviev, he's battling here. He's behind the 24 of Sean Jacobs. We know Salviev has been running that high line. Oh, he makes a little contact with the outside wall. He's been running that high line. And we've seen him make some contact with that outside wall before. So he likes this high line, but it's one of those feast or famine types of things. Oh, the 941 might have come around. 41 car. 41 car came around and no caution flag. He was running up front. Jair Oliveira comes around. Maybe had some damage from that earlier incident. Take a look at JJ, goes down to the inside, tries to sneak that car underneath the 83 car, and not going to work this time. Oh, and then slamming the inside wall. Jair Oliveira got away with that when he was battling the 91, but not this time. Right here, he tries to get under the 83. Right here. Tries to get under this 83 car. He's down below that line a little bit. He drifts up the track, gets into the 83, and then, woo, he's on for a ride. Hits the inside wall. Salviev is showing some muscle here, man. He is up to the third position, working on P2, and he might even take P1. This guy loves this high line. He's an IndyCar specialist. And up on the outside line here and battling for the race lead. Alexei Salviev in the 7X car. I'll tell you what, this guy's got an enormous amount of talent because he actually raced some stock cars with us too when we did that Saturday Showdown series. He just contacted me, just downloaded the track and said, "Can I race with you guys tonight?" And I said, "Come on out." And he was a late join. And here he is battling for a race win. Alvarez holds him off. Thiago Gomez had some trouble here. So something's happened. Thiago, he's retired his machine. I don't know what happened to the 9X car. But he's retired. That's too bad. I hate to see that happen to the 9X. Thiago Gomez. Not sure what went on there. Maybe some damage or something from an earlier incident. Nothing out of the ordinary there with 80 laps to go. Thiago Gomez decides he's retired his machine and he's come off the track. Not sure what's going on with Thiago. Maybe just got tired of dealing with some of that damage. It's too bad there for Thiago. Didn't see anything happen here. How about this? Battle up front. We got a three-way battle here. The 24 trying to inch on that inside, but it looks like the 60, Craig Marazon, battling the 54 car. Good side-by-side battle there between Ed Palumbo and Craig Marazon. These guys still side-by-side through the tri-oval area. Marazon on the inside holds that down. 54 Ed Palumbo up high. Sorry, Ed. Sorry, Sean. They're still battling it out. Staying on the high side is the 54, and is he going to win that battle? They Still haven't figured it out. Oh, right there. Look at that. Was that Craig Marizon mowing some grass there, it looked like. It's on the inside. That might have been the 91 car. We have a battle for the race lead. Salvia to the inside in the 7X car. He backed off. Now giving it another shot. Down to the inside. He gets by the 83. Alexei Salvia to the race lead. Franco Alvarez battling back on the high side, though. He says, not for long, buddy. Tire Pro sponsor Camaro trying to get by. These guys are just a hornet's nest right now. And on the back of Salvia's machine, look at this. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in third. Fourth is Ed Colombo. These guys can't figure it out. Craig Marizon in this mix. Sean Jacobs in this mix. Ricky Emerson here in the 5 car battling the 30. Emerson getting by the 30 car, the 5, with Ricky Emerson now up to the 13th spot. Baldo in the 68 car. Oh, up the track right there. Oh, he comes across. Does he hold on to the thing? Woo, boy, he holds on. Almost caused an accident, but man, he did a great job. The 68 car holding on to that. 9 cars going to get by. How about this? Sean Jacobs and the 53 of Jim Willis. Here battling it out. Salvia now dropping back a little bit. He's used those tires up. He's now back to the 3rd position. So Sean Jacobs now running behind that 60 car. They're side by side. Salvia running on the outside line. Craig Marizon in that Magpul Dynamics sponsor machine trying to get by. Not able to do it as the 24 goes to the high line. '24 now down to the low line here. He is making some moves. Oh, Salvia into the outside walls. The 24 on the inside line trying to get by. Salvia made some contact with the outside wall. And Toyota Camry beating the right side out of that. As Marizon trying to get by. Craig Marizon running in P6. Salvia is 5th. Still holding on to the outside line. Marizon not able to pull off that pass. Todd Robillard in the 90 car. He is watching this out of the front of his machine. He's got a good run here. Oh, he touches some grass a little bit. Oh, he dies below the 53, backs off. They were almost 3 wide. Todd Robillard in the 90 backs off. That shows you right there what kind of a driver Todd Robillard is. He says, hey, man, I'm patient. I'm not going to cause a wreck here. I was low on the low line, 3 wide. Let it play out, and he does as Salvia backs off. And no caution flag. Look at this battle for the lead. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 and Franco Alvarez. Everybody wants a piece of Franco Alvarez tonight. Alvarez says, I've battled Arthur Vieta, I've battled the 91, I've battled the 7X of Alexei Salvia, I've battled Craig Marizon, and I've battled Bardelli Jr. 11 car here, Preston Hassel battling the 7X. Preston Hassel in that Steve Freeze paint scheme. High octane paint scheme. Freeze fireworks. He gets by as now Chris Hughes wanting to get by. See the 7X of Alexei Salvia now back to the 9th position. I think he's used up those tires a little bit as Chris Hughes tried to get by. He's running in P10. Using this 7 car, wanting to get by that 7X. Oh, the 7X making contact with the wall. Chris Hughes to the inside. He's got position on him now through the tri-oval area. Chris Hughes in the 7 car. He gets by Alexei Salvia. Salvia now back to the 10th position. Got Will Dunbar here running in this 88. Dennis Udichin in the 47. Tim Lansbury in the 82. Little shot in the back end there by the 88 car. Salesforce sponsor machine. Dr. Dunbar. Running behind that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. Ricky Emerson just ahead in the 11th position. That's 11th, 12th, and 13th. Will Dunbar in the 13th position. Dennis Udichin now dropping back to the 14th spot as Christian Wilson closing in on him. A two-man battle up front here. 83 and the 91. Sean Jacobs now battling Ed Palumbo. Sean Jacobs to the inside. 54 of Ed Palumbo in that mellow yellow sponsor machine. He's been fast here tonight, but Sean Jacobs getting by. Now setting his sights on that Magpul Dynamics sponsor number 60 car. Sean Jacobs up to P3. This would be a big win. He's showing some muscle here tonight. He's 24. He's liking that new paint scheme. Excited about going to see his son play baseball tomorrow. I want to say it's his, is it his junior year? It's his sophomore or junior year for Indiana University, or California University of Pennsylvania. I think that's what it is. Cal U, Vulcans baseball team. Alexei Salviev in the 7X car coming down pit lane. Making a pit stop, said these tires are done. Waving the cone off there as he goes down pit lane. 83 back to the race lead as the 91 runs in P2. Got Tony Furtado here tonight running in that 9 car, his new paint scheme, courtesy of Franco Alvarez. Exalta sponsor machine. As he is in the 16th position. Now he's in the lucky dog position, so not a huge amount of urgency for him, as Salviev is in 17th. He is on pit lane, probably just finished up that pit stop now, coming back out on track. So a little bit of gap there between the two of those guys, about a 10-second gap or so between the two of those guys. So not a huge urgency, I think, for Tony Furtado to try to get a lap back. He is in the lucky dog position. Look at this battle here, the 90 of Todd Robillard and the 54 of Ed Palumbo. Ed Palumbo realizing this guy's a little bit faster now, and the 90 picking up a spot. He's up to the 5th position. Got Jim Willis here tonight, this 53 car. He's closing in. Oh, a little bit loose there coming off the turn. Jim Willis showing a loose condition. We'll watch these hands on this wheel. See if he does some counter steering back to the right. Let that car right there. That car is wanting to come. Oh, man, that car's wanting to come around. And I'll tell you what, he makes some contact with the wall. He's going to come down pit lane. He said, I've had enough of this. I got to get some stuff done to this machine. And Jim Willis going to pull this into his pit stop. He's taking service. That car was wicked loose. So the 53 car on pit lane. We might see some more guys coming on pit lane here before too long. Dennis Udichin now in the 47 car picking up a spot. He's up to the 14th position as Jim Willis making that pit stop. So something going on with the tire wear on that 53 car. Jim Willis now coming back out on track after making pit stop. Udichin a little bit loose there. Jim Willis now in the 17th position. Gordon Carter is in the 8X car. He is running in the 12th position. A quiet night here for him, but he is starting to maybe tinker around with that top 10. Gordon Carter, one of our newer drivers here, showing a lot of talent, a lot of discipline as here comes down pit lane to take his service. He's on lap 109. Alvarez not able to run away from this 91 car, but these guys are starting to get a little bit loose here. We're going to watch Franco Alvarez here on the wheel. Watch him work his way through this turn, and I think he's going to do some counter steering here. See right there, counter steer back to the right to keep that car from coming around. He is really working this wheel. And this is the kind of situation that a driver like Franco Alvarez likes, because he's got a lot of savvy here, a lot of laps here. He comes out early in the week, makes some laps, and that car is sideways coming off the turn. That is wicked loose. That is wicked loose, and Bardelli Jr. I'm sure sees that. Bardelli Jr. watching this, watching that Tire Pro sponsor machine. I think Bardelli Jr. probably has a loose condition too. And Gordon Carter coming back out on track in that 8X sponsor machine. Now, I would suggest that these guys are going to be making pit stops here fairly soon. Alvarez is wicked loose right now. Bardelli Jr. a little bit better here. Oh, Bardelli Jr. gets into the wall. Bardelli Jr. to the high line. Now driving down to the low line is Alvarez fighting that loose condition. And Sean Jacobs is on the move in his 24 car. He is in third. He sees this. Bardelli Jr. goes to the low line. Alvarez is loose up on that high line. It's hard to make a pass when this car's wanting to come around. Bardelli Jr. now the new race leader. And Sean Jacobs close it in. Alvarez, can he hold on to that thing? He's going to have to make a pit stop. That thing is absolutely wrecked right now. Franco Alvarez is going to have to make a pit stop, or he's going to end up losing control of this machine. This thing is absolutely junk right now for him. This car is crazy loose. He's doing whatever he can. I mean, most guys would have wrecked this thing 10 laps ago, but Franco Alvarez and the talent he's got, he's able to hold on to this thing, and he has got to come down pit lane. There is just no way about this. No way that he's going to, oh my God. He's getting into the wall there. He's losing positions, and he is absolutely wrecking loose. Bardelli Jr. in the 91 car is the leader. Bardelli Jr. getting by Dennis Udichin now going one lap down. He is in the 12th position. So Bardelli Jr. showing some muscle here as he's gotten around Franco Alvarez. Alvarez is got to come down pit lane. I cannot see him lasting too much longer here. I know he wants to try to stretch this fuel mileage, but I have a feeling that this 83 car is going to come down pit lane, and that's exactly what's happening. Pit crew says, get that car on the pit lane. Stop beating the snot out of it. 91 car, the leader. Sean Jacobs here running in the second position. Do a little bit of lap traffic here. Now Gordon Carter is a lap down, 2 laps down. He has got fresh tires, so he's going to be a little bit faster than these guys. Alvarez on pit lane. So you see the different strategies that some of these guys have. You know, really the car dictating what's going on here. And I don't think it's going to be too long here before we see some of these guys, other guys coming down pit lane, as Franco Alvarez now coming back on the track here with some fresh tires. We got about 50 laps to go. Bardelli Jr. finds himself in a little bit of traffic here as Gordon Carter gets by in those fresh tires. Now getting one of his laps back. Gordon Carter, Christian Wilson now giving him some room. How about this? A 7, Chris Hughes battling for the 4th position. Chris Hughes to the inside as Craig Marizon up on the outside line. Chris Hughes climbing up the grid now in P4. Craig Marizon back to the 5th spot. So a big long green flag run here, and maybe we'll see some green flag pit stops. Marizon now back to P5, and that car is loose as well. We see the back end of that car wanting to come around. On board here with him as he enters turn 1. watch this counter steering through the turn. You'll watch him turn back to the right. Not too bad right there. He's going to leave a lot of room for that fresh tires of Franco Alvarez, and not too bad in that segment of the track. But I know Craig Marizon is going to be coming down pit lane before long here, and he's working this wheel to the left, and watch this thing's going to want to snap back to the right, I believe. Right there, man, he had to, right there coming off the turn. That car wants to come around a little bit on it. He did a good job there. Not as wicked as what we saw with Franco Alvarez. Chris Hughes on pit lane, I believe. Looked like the 7 car making a pit stop here on lap 120. Todd Robillard also on pit lane. Christian Wilson on pit lane. Givaldo Spindola on pit lane. That may spell, that may signal some of these other guys to come down pit lane here. As Bardelli Jr. is the leader. He's got about a 2-second lead over Sean Jacobs. Hughes coming back out on track after making the pit stop. Chris Hughes at now shown in the 11th position. You gotta wonder how long Bardelli Jr. is going to hold on to this car, and maybe he wants to stretch that fuel mileage a little bit. This guy is a very, very high IQ driver. We now have 6 cars on the lead lap here. Sean Jacobs has come down pit lane. He's technically on the lead lap, but looks like he is making a pit stop in that 24 car. As Claudio Bardelli Jr., the race leader, making a pit stop. I believe now Ricky Emerson at Palumbo 1-2. Ricky Emerson now to the lead. So green flag pit stops, which is what we want to see. We had about 3 caution flags there bunched up, maybe 2 caution flags bunched up. Hopefully we're done with cautions here tonight. Now back on fresh tires. Here's some of these guys. Craig Marizon on pit lane. He's taking service. Dennis Schuderson on pit lane as Marizon finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. A long, slow transition around this flat part of the track here, this apron, to get back into the racing groove. Ricky Emerson is the leader. We got a gag of the cars there behind him. That Palumbo coming off the track to come down pit lane, giving up P3. Alvarez has finished up his pit stop, and he's now back up to the 4th position. So once pit stops start cycling around, I think what's hurt him a little bit is just the number of laps that he was really off the pace before he decided to come down pit lane. So Franco Alvarez here in this 83 car is in 3rd. 4th position, 3rd position. Now Will Dunbar here in this 88 car running in P14. He's wanting to try to get into that lucky dog position. He's got to work his way up to the 12th spot. And, he is about 4 seconds behind P13. That would be Craig Marizon. Craig Marizon's on fresh tires here too. But Will Dunbar in this 88 car running in 14. I think, Will is just one of those guys that's just happy to be a part of this. I know Steve Freeze meant a lot to him when he was a young teenager getting into sim racing back in the day at HORL. And he has helped make this possible here tonight. So we appreciate Will Dunbar. How about Ricky Emerson coming down pit lane? So Ricky Emerson's making a pit stop. He's on pit lane in the 5 car, and that's going to give the race lead to Tim Lansbury here in this 82 car. Franco Alvarez about 10.5 seconds back in P2. But Lansbury, I believe, is maybe hoping for a caution flag. he wants to see that caution and keep that car up front. He is a little bit off pit sequence with those guys that are closing in on him. Alexei Salviev now running in the third position, and we've seen him have a pretty eventful night in this 7X car. But nonetheless, he is competitive here tonight, man. Last-minute entry into this field. And here we are looking at somebody who maybe has a chance to win this race. Bardelli Jr. now in P4 after making his pit stop. This 91 car, he's definitely a guy in the conversation to win this race. There's no doubt about that. Sean Jacobs running in P5. Chris Hughes is 6th. Todd Robillard 7th. Jim Willis in the 8th position. Now here Preston Hassel swapping positions, it looked like. We'll take a look here at that pass. As Preston Hassel going down to the bottom line and getting by that 53 car. Preston Hassel in the 11th, by the 53. Jim Willis looking ahead with that Miller's Fireworks high octane freeze racing PC sponsored machine, the throwback scheme for Steve Freeze. Preston Hassel fielding that car here tonight. Bar picking up a spot here now. He's in the lucky dog position if there is a caution flag, as Tim Lansbury coming back out on track after making his pit stop. And right now, Will Dunbar is in the lucky dog position, and that's a situation where you want to see a caution flag. You hate to see the caution come out, but you want to get back on the lead lap too. The 83, Franco Alvarez, is the leader. Udichin is running behind him. Dennis Udichin is battling a little bit of a loose condition. He's on a little bit older tires in his 47 car, his Toyota. So we'll him get a little bit loose. It's early in the morning for Dennis. Dennis running from racing from Kharkiv, Ukraine here tonight. They've had a rough way to go here in the last few weeks. Hopefully things are getting better for them now that power's been restored and maybe some of the missile attacks and so forth have subsided, as the 47 car here joining us tonight. Talk to Dennis about once a week or so. Let's check how he's doing. Oh, man, he gets into the wall. Coming off the turn, he just smacks the wall. A little early morning surprise there from Dennis Udichin. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning there for him, maybe about 6. Gets up early to race with us. One of the nicest guys on the track too, man. Always sending messages once a week, just asking how he's doing, checking in on him. And he races with us in the King of the Oval series as well. He's a great race car driver. And here he is trying to get back on the lead lap, or get a lap back here. He is 2 laps down, but he's battling. This car is a little bit loose for him. That Jim Willis here in the 53 car. He's running in the 8th position. Pretty good night here, other than that contact that he got involved in with those guys checking up. But really a good top 10 run for the 53 car. Sean Jacobs here battling, looks like Alexei Salviev. Good side-by-side battle here. The 24 to the high line and getting by the 7X machine. So Sean Jacobs up to the 3rd position. Alexei Salviev now falling back to, actually he's coming down pit lane, I believe, maybe. Salviev off a little bit pit sequence. Salviev now coming down pit lane. So he's on his on pit lane. Looks like he had to back up into his pit stall. He might have missed his pit stall. He's on pit lane here as Sean Jacobs has gotten by. Franco Alvarez is the leader. He has got a cars wanting to get back on the lead lap behind him. They are hungry. The 47 wants to get one of his lap backs, and the 88, he wants to get back on the lead lap. And he's got Tim Lansbury to deal with as well. That's for position. Tim Lansbury in the 82 and the 88 also battling for position, as we can find him on the grid here. The 88, Will Dunbar. The 82, Tim Lansbury, just behind him. Bardelli Jr., he's the race leader, and he's wanting to lap these guys. Maybe those guys have gotten ready. No, Bardelli Jr. is the leader. Well, Bardelli Jr., take a look at Chris Hughes here running in this 7 car. Bardelli Jr. has gotten around those guys. Chris Hughes in the 7, running in the 5th position. What a great run from Chris Hughes here tonight. Robillard is in 4th in the 90 car. So good battle here. Some Caleros battling it out as Chris Hughes running in 5th. Todd Robillard with a good night here in this Freightliner Spots machine running in P4. Gordon Carter finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track as the 11 car goes by. Gordon Carter now in 16, 2 laps down. We're on lap 141. We're starting to wind him down here tonight, boys. 53, Jim Willis. Good run here for him, now in 7th. Ricky Emerson running in the 8th position just behind. And Palumbo is in 9th. There's a good little battle. Once Salviev has finished up his pit stop here, and he is closing in on Ed Palumbo on fresh tires. Salviev in the 14th position. Ed Palumbo running in P9, looking out of Ed Palumbo's machine, and I just let Alexis Salviev go if I were him, because Salviev is on fresh tires. Going to give Salviev the outside line, maybe. I'm not sure. Salviev's going down to the bottom line. Looks like Ed Palumbo is going to let him go. And that's going to open up a battle there between Craig Marizon and Ed Palumbo. Here's Craig Marizon in the 60 car looking ahead at Ed Palumbo. That is for position. They're closing in on Jim Willis as well. So a good 3-way battle here shaping up here on lap 143. Starting to wind him down, and I think some of these guys, look at this, 53 off the pace there just a little bit. He might have used up tires as these guys are going to get by, so he's going to lose 2 positions. As now Craig Marizon and the 54 of Ed Palumbo battling. Gotten around Jim Willis. And I think Jim Willis just hit a wave by there. He said, you guys just go. Take a look at that as right here. I think that might have been a wave by. We got a yellow flag here, I believe. There we go. No. We had a yellow flag there. I thought I heard the spotter say yellow flag, but nope. The 91, the leader, and the 82 on fresher tires. He wants to get that lap back. He is in the lucky dog position. He's gotten around the 88. The 82 running behind that 91 car, and Tim Lansbury, he might have some strategy here. I don't know if he can go the rest of the way, but he's got fresher tires than the 91. 91, not for position. He is the race leader. Tim Lansbury is running in 10th, 1 lap down. Ricky Emerson and Preston Hassel battling for the 5th position. Ricky Emerson in the 5 car, going down to the bottom line and getting P5 as the 11 car falls back to the 6th position. Ricky Emerson starting to climb up the grid here. It's anybody's guess at this point who's going to win this race. I really think there are a lot of guys here. You got these long green flag runs. And with some pit strategy, you may see somebody win this race that you're not expecting. And look at this battle here between the 7 and the 90. This is for the third position. Chris Hughes in the 7 car and the 90 of Todd Robillard. Robillard up the track and gives Chris Hughes the room. And that shows you right there some racing savvy. Todd Robillard giving him that spot. Now falls behind the 7 car. These guys might have to make pit stops. Meg Barazon now closing in on the 11 car. The 54 got by. Preston Hassel now giving up a couple positions as the 60 car gets by. Meg Barazon and Ed Palumbo having a great battle here. A couple Camaros. Waldo Spittle on that bottom line. He is running in the 18th position. Oh, gets up the track a little bit. Smacking the wall. The 11 car coming off the track to come down pit lane. So Preston Hassel making a pit stop here on lap 149. Givaldo in the 68 car. Running in the 18th position. Cody Furtado in the 9 running in the 17th spot. He's 2 laps down in the 9 car. I think he's just happy to be a part of it here. He now battling Jim Willis. Oh, there's contact right there. 9 car battling Jim Willis. Not for position, but a little contact. So I was saying, I thought, oh, it's Exalted Sponsor Machine. I think he's just happy to be a part of it here tonight. I know Steve Freeze meant a lot to him. Now you got to start wondering, man, do some of these guys have enough fuel to make it to the end? 17 laps from the finish, 18 laps from the finish. The 91 is leading the Steve Freeze Memorial 250. You see that Lansbury is in no hurry to pass the 91 car. He realizes it's not for position, and he is in the lucky dog spot. Lansbury running in 10th. He's about, I'd say about 9 seconds up on the 11th place car of Will Dunbar. Take a look at Christian Wilson bouncing back from that incident where he hit the wall and spun coming down pit lane. They're trying to get on pit lane. And he spun that car, hitting that inside pit wall. Here he is now running in the 13th position. And we might have some pit stops underway here. Let's see. Yeah, Palumbo spin. Oh, and Palumbo spins. Oh, and I tell you what, he's trying to capture it, and he gets penalized. Palumbo spun and it mistakenly gave him a stop and go, so we had to clear that penalty for him. So Franco Alvarez here in this 83 car here late. This 83 car gets by, a little contact with Jim Willis. Everybody's beating up on Jim Willis here tonight. Jim Willis is like, hey, what did I do to you, man? What did I do? I'm a nice guy. Tim Lansbury now closing in on Ed Palumbo. Lansbury in the 82 Skyline Chili Ford Mustang getting by Ed Palumbo here for position. Ed Palumbo's got a loose condition, man. That car is just wicked loose, and that's what he's almost spun, and it technically said he was on pit lane and penalized him. We had to remove that penalty for him. Here on lap 155, Ed Palumbo shown in the 10th position. 9 car of Tony Furtado. He's coming off the track to come down pit lane here. So we may see some more pit stops. Bardelli Jr., does he have to come down pit lane? I think he does. I mean, I think some of these guys are good to go now that may be on that tail end. But some of these guys undoubtedly have to come down pit lane. Furtado's retired his machine. Tony Furtado retires from the race. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Shame, it was a 9 car. In 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader's got a 7-second lead over our second place car, Sean Jacobs. Oh, there was contact there with Christian Wilson and Jim Willis, and Christian Wilson's to the inside. Across the track, and he's going to get probably a penalty here, I would imagine. Christian Wilson to the inside to keep from coming around. My heavens, what happened there? Take a look a little bit earlier. This is Jim Willis and Christian Wilson. Jim Willis tried to go to the inside, and I think Christian Wilson got loose and came down the track. Oh, he hit the wall a little bit. He comes down the track, gets into... Oh, man, Bardelli Jr. just barely missed him. My heavens, did you see that? Claudio Bardelli Jr. Watch this. Bardelli Jr. just barely misses. And he is the race leader. Watch the 30 car. Smacking the wall. Comes across it, gets into Jim Willis. Smacking the wall right here. And Bardelli Jr. barely gets through. My gosh, man. That could have been catastrophic for the race leader. Franco Alvarez, I believe he's coming off track to come down pit lane, maybe. No, he's contact right there. Contact with Dennis Udich, and Franco Alvarez saves that car. Woo, man. Chris Hughes, he might be giving up a position there. Franco Alvarez now to the inside, getting by Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes has now back to the 4th position as Alvarez up to 3rd. He is on fresher tires. Greg Berzon and Ricky Emerson battling for a position here on lap 161. And Berzon picking up the 6th position. Tim Lansbury, look at this night Tim Lansbury's having here in the 82 car. Skyline Chili Ford Mustang now picking up P4. There's a problem here, I think. Ricky Emerson up the track. He gets into the wall as the 90 car gets down on the bottom side. Todd Robillard picking up a position here late in this run. And these guys are in danger of going a lap down as Bardelli Jr. in the 91 car is going to put these guys a lap down. This guy's picking them up and putting them down as he's going to get around the 90. So what now the 90 is our 7th place car is 1 lap down. Bardelli Jr. is on his way maybe to a race victory here tonight. Greg Berzon, the next victim in the 6th place car. And Bardelli Jr. stretch his fuel. This guy does a lot of racing, man. A lot of sim racing for Bardelli Jr. Guys, he has his own YouTube channel, and he is racing 5-6 times a week. He gets by Craig Berzon and puts him 1 lap down. Preston Hassel in this 11 car on these fresher tires, closing in on Will Dunbar. Getting by Will Dunbar, the 11 car. Preston Hassel now picking up the 12th position. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. here on lap 165 as Dennis Udich making contact with the wall. We cross the start-finish line. We will have 2 to go. Can Claudio Bardelli Jr. stretch that fuel? It is 54 at Palumbo. He in the 24 of Sean Jacobs battling it out. 54 getting, he in the 24 not battling for position. Looks like that 54 car is in 8th. Something's happened to Sean Jacobs. He finds himself behind the 8 ball a little bit here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 1 to go for the 91 car as he gets by Chris Hughes. Coming off turn 2, getting around the 30 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 car has had that car up front all night long, showed some muscle here, worked his way back through traffic. Coming off turn 4, Claudio Bardelli Jr. through the tri-oval area will take the victory here in the Steve Freeze Memorial 250. How about that for the 91 car? What a battle there for Bardelli Jr. Claudio Bardelli Jr. with the TurnLeftTV logo. How about that, huh? So a great race here tonight, man. We had a few caution flags, but Bardelli Jr. going to do his burnout here on the backstretch. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. Does it in the worst camera position of all right there. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. My heavens, man. So Bardelli Jr. getting the win. And congratulations to him. And we'll have him do his burnouts. He is excited, man. What a big one for Bardelli Jr. Burning them down here tonight. And congratulations to Claudio on getting the win. Let's take a look at the final results here tonight. And what a great race we had here, man. I'll tell you, what a fantastic race. Let's take a look at the results here tonight. Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting the win, and congratulations to him. As we take a look at Sean Jacobs getting in, the second position. Franco Alvarez battles back to the third place finish. Tim Lansbury in that 82 finishes fourth. Chris Hughes finishes in the fifth spot. Craig Marizon finishes sixth. Todd Robillard battles for a seventh place finish. Ricky Emerson is eighth. Alexi Salvia finishes in the ninth position. Ed Palumbo finishes in 10th. Finishing in the 11th position is Preston Hassel. Will Dunbar finishes 12th. Gordon Carter finishes in 13th. Jim Willis 14th. Finishing in 15th is Dennis Udichin. 16th, Christian Wilson. 17th was Givaldo Spindola. Tony Furtado finishes in the 18th position. Thiago Gomez 19th. Jairo Oliveira finishes in the 20th position. Finishing in the 21st position is Arthur Vieira, and Paulo Chachalowski finishes in 22nd tonight. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. How about that, huh? Getting the big win here in the Steve Freeze Memorial 250. And we'll see if we can't get him up in the booth. And I'd like to have some interviews with some of the HORL guys here tonight, too. And we'll see if we can't get them up in the booth as well after we get our Bardelli Jr. interview. All right, we're going to get Claudio Bardelli Jr. up here with us. Claudio Bardelli Jr. getting the win here tonight. Congratulations, the Steve Freeze Memorial 250 winner at Charlotte. Congratulations.
Thank you, Heath. Good night, guys. Good night, transmission. I love the race. Great race.
What an interesting race here tonight too, with fuel strategy, pit strategy, and you had great battles there with Franco Alvarez and Alexei Salviev was up there as well. Craig Marazon, Tiago Gomez was up there a little bit. JJ, you had some really tight battles there. Talk about how fun that was for you.
Yes, I had fun this race. I tried to save the tires in all race, but I prolonged my pit stop. I can, but when Franco is speeding, Chan speeding, I try to manage it to 50 laps to finish the race, but this guy is crazy in the track. Touch the wall, touch the line, touch the guy. But it's great race. It's very, very exciting.
Well, you had to be holding your breath when you caught up to lap traffic there on that last fuel run. It looked like somebody got into the wall. I think the 30 car got into the wall and came off the wall and almost took you out. What was going through your mind there?
Yes, this guy is touching the wall, touch the guy. I see from, oh my God. But I try to maintain my line and brake, and I won. I win the race. I apologize to guys today. It's very, very good race.
It looked like there was some contact earlier in the race with you and Jair Oliveira, and looked like that could have been an incident that would have taken you out of the race, but you were able to persevere and get the win here tonight in the Steve Freeze Memorial Race. So congratulations. What a fantastic race for you, and another great points night for you in a bid for the championship. So great job, Claudio, and I know you want to speak to your fans in Portuguese, right?
Yeah.
Portuguese? Spanish? All of the above?
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, buddy.
Thank you. Agradecer a galera que estava correndo aqui hoje, Jair, Arthur, Givaldão, Thiago, quem não pôde, Jesus, né? Galera da Rush lá que fica assistindo sempre aí, todo mundo. Agradecer a patroa aqui que aguenta aqui eu ficar correndo toda noite. É isso aí. Valeu, gente. Thank you, Rich, again.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for having that TurnLeftTV logo on your car. It's the biggest logo on there. I love it.
Yes.
All right, man. We'll see you next week. Well, maybe tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow out on the track, I'm sure.
Yes, tomorrow.
All right, bud. You take care, and congratulations.
Take care. Thank you. Good night.
All right, that's Claudio Bardelli Jr. Jumping up here in the booth with us, and wow, what a big night there for him on getting the victory here in the Steve Freeze Memorial 250. What an exciting race it was. It really was. So did a great job there. Always good to see him. How about Givaldo joining us in the chat session there too? Said very good race here tonight. Todd Robillard said Claudio was the class of the field tonight. And Alexei Salviev joining us here. What a surprise. A pleasant surprise here. A little gift for Alexei to come out and race with us tonight. Love that. So we're going to get some of the high-octane racing guys, the guys that knew Steve, and have them join us up here in the booth, and we'll do a prize drawing here as well tonight. So we'll see if we can't get some of these guys up here with us.
rules can be bent, right? How about Ed?
We're joined up here in the booth by Todd Robillard, Will Dunbar, Ed Palumbo, Preston Hassel, Sean Jacobs, Tony Furtado, all our admin and board members here at HORL, and some of you guys can reflect on what you knew of Steve and what it was like to race with him. And we'll start off with Will. He was the youngin' back in the day, and now he's beating us all up with his doctorate, throwing it in our face.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, how about Dr. Dunbar? Let's go first.
Okay, well, Dad, thanks for having us up. I was 15 when I started at HORL, and though I think my interactions with Steve were mostly him giving me advice of how to not wreck people, because that was my biggest problem, especially being young and just trying to take the corners as fast as I can, and it just gave me the advice of just slow down and remember that rookie of the race is a thing. And that was always my attempt. I think it made me a pretty good racer overall. And I take his advice today. And then it's such an honor to be able to come back 15 years later and be an instrumental part of the infrastructure and help behind the scenes. So thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, Preston, I know you knew Steve really well, and of course you and Will are related to one another. I know Will doesn't like to admit that.
Yeah, now everyone knows.
Now everybody knows, and it's hard to wash that funk off. I know, Will, but so Preston, talk about what Steve meant to you and what this race meant to you. And you were in the 11 car here tonight too.
Yeah, Heath. Thanks for putting it on, this race on tonight. Steve Freeze meant a lot to me because just like Will said, he took him under his wing. And when I first started racing high octane, I was, couldn't get around the track and bouncing off the walls. And he decided to get up with me and kind of give me some pointers and show me the ropes. And I stopped bouncing off the walls, and eventually I won a few championships with his guidance, and so he did mean a lot to me, and he made me the driver I am today. And it was an honor to drive his car tonight. I just wish I would have performed a little better tonight. It didn't have such a great night, but I tried to rally at the end and pulled it back to 11th. It could have been worse, but all in all, it was a fun time, and I really appreciate everybody that showed up. It means a lot to me, and everybody that showed, that knew Steve tonight. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I appreciate it.
Well, one of the cars that you race routinely in the series is an old scheme, and didn't you guys race a similar scheme with each other? I know you had the Freeze Racing PC's sponsor on the side of it, but didn't you guys race sort of mirror image paint schemes? I was thinking you did.
Yeah, there was a time when he used to drive his was a yellow with a violet stripe across the bottom, and one day I just say, hey, Steve, how about I want to drive a car that looks like yours, but look, reverse the paint scheme. Mine became like a violet purple with a yellow stripe and yellow and white at the bottom. So they were identical, but just the color scheme.
Well, thanks for stepping up and driving that car tonight. It was so good to see that car out on the track, and we know, aside from you feel a little disappointed about the finish here, but it was just more of the enjoying, what the meaning of this race is all about. So it was a pleasure to have you out on the track. And Tony Furtado, I know you knew Steve Freeze as well, and got to race with him some. And you go way back. You and your brother. We're trying to get your brother back in racing with us too. So talk about your interactions with Steve and what high octane racing has meant to you over the years.
Oh, it's been a huge
part of my life, especially back then. I know I took some, as you guys know, I took some time off, and actually paying for it now because I'm not doing too well on the track. But I look forward. I wish I didn't have to, but I do look forward to this race every year. It's prestigious to me anyway. And Steve was a great guy. He never shied away from giving advice and telling you what you're doing wrong, and just great mentor, great person, good friend, and it's just been an honor to race with him and all you guys here at High Octane.
Well, what's the status of the brother coming back here? I know you said you're going to put a little pressure on him.
Yeah, actually, he mentioned it to me, and he's seriously considering it. But of course, he's going to wait till the fall till it gets a little cooler. So can't wait till the camping season's over.
Okay, I got you. Now, is he the older brother or younger brother?
Yeah, he's 3 years older.
Okay, so he's going to punch you in the mouth out here on the track too, huh?
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, he could he could hold his own back in the day. Again, he, like me, he's been away for a while, actually a lot longer than I have. But I'm sure he'll get right back in the swing of things. I don't know if you noticed he didn't drop in or not, but I sent him the link. He said he was gonna drop in and watch a little bit. I don't know if he did or not.
He may have. He didn't put anything in the chat session, but he may have watched. And hopefully, if he is watching, or whether live or on replay, so come on back, man. We want to see you.
Yeah, he asks for you very often.
And we got Sean. Does he know Sean Jacobs is here, though? I mean, that might change his mind. Sean, I know you had some interactions there and raced a lot with Steve, and I'm guessing you probably asked him for a paint scheme a time or two. What do you think?
All as I know, like I said, when I came to High Octane, he was really a good pusher for good, hard, clean racing, and he didn't want anything, except for that. So I always made sure that, I raced clean as much as I could. And even when he started coming down with the cancer and he couldn't even race no more, he was still doing the administrator, where he was collecting the server fees, and just keeping the league all together, and just really, didn't even know that he actually had the cancer. So I'm just really honored to be racing tonight and just putting this on for High Octane. And I know he'd be really happy to see we had 24 drivers basically racing in tribute for him.
And what a fantastic race it was too. It was I know some of the guys, it may not have turned out the way they wanted them to, but wow, a very interesting race. And, I was thinking about Steve's calm attitude and, this sort of approach to life, and he really never got bent out of shape, and he always had that way of sort of, pulling everybody back in line. And I see a lot of that with Todd, and Todd's up here joining us tonight, and he does our adminning on our Friday nights and, provides some leadership here at HORL. And, this race has got to mean a lot to you, even though you didn't have a chance to race with Steve.
Yeah, that's my only regret, is that I didn't race with him. I hear everybody else talk about him pretty highly. And, tonight's a good example of what this league can do, put on races like that. Especially with the amount of drivers that we had, everybody stayed pretty well in line tonight. There wasn't a lot of aggressive driving. They knew what this race was all about, and they wanted to put on a good show for everybody. So I think every year that we do this race, it just gets better.
Do you feel like the settings with the 1X was beneficial to the driving, or do you feel like it was just maybe just the race itself and knowing it's a long race and being more patient?
Well, I think a challenging setup tends to make guys a little bit more aware of what's going on and how rapidly the car can change in a lap or two. Tonight's setup was pretty challenging later on in the run. It got pretty loose late in the run, so guys tend to be up on the wheel more and more focused because nobody wants to bring out the caution.
Well, Ed Palumbo, I know you go way back there, and I think you'd mentioned last year that you didn't really get a chance to race with Steve, but you know, I've got some of those old paint schemes, and I know I raced with you way back in the day, about 2005, 2006 time frame, you know, and this race has got to mean quite a bit to you as well.
Yeah. I think it was around 2003. I remember one race I came in Pocono. I think it was 2002, 2003. I got my butt whooped.
Okay.
But I was running, I think it was in another league as well, running another league at that time. But yeah, I remember Steve. It was some other guys there. I won't bring up their names. But yeah, it was an honor to run tonight. And it was guys did a good job. A lot of give and take. And like Todd was saying, the setup was, it got a little airy at times. So you had to get up on the wheel. I almost lost it a couple times.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I pretty much finished. Go ahead.
Yeah, I speaking of getting a little hairy there, it looked like your pit crew thought you were going to come down pit lane. You got a little loose there coming off turn 4, and we had to clear a penalty because you weren't actually coming down pit lane. You were just trying to gather things back up.
Yeah, well, the setup was already a handful, and then there was a slower car, and I had to run a top, and I had to, when I slowed up a lot for that car, I just wanted to come around and decided, I guess we're going to take a pit stop. No, it was news to me. So, yeah, we just clipped the start of pit road and got to stop and go there. Yeah, kept it straight. Didn't bring out a yellow, so that's what's important. Guys did a good job tonight, though.
Absolutely.
It should be like that every week. Give and take.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a fantastic race. Really couldn't ask for anything better than that. And a good honor to Steve Fries. And I want to thank you guys so much for helping out and putting this thing on and doing all you do here at HORL. And I know Steve would be proud, and you know, Dave Postal Wait, wherever you are, would be proud. And I know AJ and Chris, they catch these races from time to time, so we'll send a shout out to them too.
Yeah, Scott too. He ran here back in the day, right?
Yeah, Scott's rejoined the server. I think he maybe plans to run tomorrow night here, hopefully. Friday nights are a little dicey for him because he's got to get up early in the morning and deliver mail.
Yeah. He's always had that weekend gig. It's only off Sunday and Monday. It's always been that way. As long as I've known Scott for, I don't even want to say how long, 20 years or longer.
Yeah, Scott Johnston and Timmy Johnston both joined HORL here again recently at the Discord server. So hopefully we'll get to see both those guys back on the track.
I remember. Go ahead, Ed.
No, I was just going to say, I think it was Mike McNeely, wasn't he? He ran as well, I believe.
Yep.
And I remember Keith Dunn. He actually was the administrator, I think, for the Bushwhackers, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, Keith does a lot of iRacing here. I keep trying to coax him into racing with us, but he's a member of our Discord channel, but I know he watches the races periodically, and we'd love to have him back, too.
Yeah, he's been over iRacing for a very long time.
Well, we won't hold that against him, I guess.
No, I guess not.
We're just trying to save him some money. Well, hey, thanks, guys, for joining us up in the booth. We're going to do a little prize drawing here, and I want to say thanks to you guys for helping out with the donations and for the prizes, and also, Tony had donated some racing gloves we're going to give away here today as well. So, and Will, thanks for all your work and providing servers for us and all your technical advice and getting the game running the way it's supposed to run. Couldn't do this without you, that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Heath, too. You've did a lot of work. I mean, unbelievable amount of work. It's come a long way. What's it, 3 years now, I think?
I don't know. I've got
lose track.
I don't know.
Yeah. yeah, you and me both. CRS and Craft.
Well, hey, thanks so much, and we'll get the prizes out, and hopefully we'll be down here to chat with you after the broadcast is over.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Heath.
Thank you.
Thanks, Heath.
Thank you, Heath, and all you guys, all for all that you do.
We'll get these guys down in the room here, and we will see if we can't get a little wheel up. We had 23 drivers joining us tonight. What a great turnout. 23 drivers, all eligible for the giveaway. Hopefully, we got some folks still joining us on the chats in the TeamSpeak chat, or excuse me, in the YouTube chat. Well, give me a second here to get things set up. My website that I use for this has changed a little bit, so So the first prize that we're going to give away here today will be the Feel Racing Gloves, Sim Racing Gloves. So here we go. Now we'll have to do this the old school way of taking names off here. So, all right, prize number one, the Feel Sim Racing Gloves. And our winner is Paulo Chachalowski. Paulo Chachalowski getting the win on that one. We'll put his name up here. He changed the song. Doing a lot of things at the same time, bro. Hopefully I spelled that name right. Paulo Chachalowski. There we go. Paulo Chachalowski wins those gloves. We'll move his name from the list. So congratulations to Paulo. It takes me a little second here to get this next version up. All right, the second prize is a $25 Steam gift card. So $25 Steam gift card. The winner is Preston Hassel. Well, Preston getting the win. Well, congratulations to Preston. Had him get him maybe some GT3 cars or something. Purchase a mod. So congratulations to Preston on getting the win there. We'll pop his name up. We're going to change the song. Sorry about that. We'll remove Preston's name. And we have another $25 Steam gift card we'll be giving away. Preston Hassel is our winner of our first $25 Steam gift card. So we kicked Preston off the wheel. Now, second $25 Steam gift card. And the winner is Ed Palumbo. Ed Palumbo wins that one. So congratulations to Ed. He is winner number 3. Another $25 Steam gift card. So congratulations to Ed. Now, the fourth prize is a $50 Steam gift card. Wow, $50. So we'll get the link for that. Change the song. I'm doing a lot here, bro. So now we have the $50 Steam gift card. We'll kick off Ed off the wheel. I think he's off the wheel. So $50 Steam gift card headed your way on this one. Here we go. And the winner is Craig Marazon. Craig Marazon, man, that was close, wasn't it? Woo. So Craig Marazon wins that one. Get his name on there. So he wins a $50 Steam gift card. And now for the Derek Spear Designs button box. Prize number 5. We'll put that up there. Just a second. All right, now down to these folks right here. The drama. We need the drum roll. Let's change the song. All right, here we go. The button box. Derek Spear Designs. I've got one myself, actually. That's why I do this this last 2 years, because I love this button box. So here we go, the button box. The winner is, oh, what did I say earlier? Oh, my God. I said I'd have to send that to Ukraine. There you go. Dennis Unichin wins it. How about that? Huh? Oh, boy. That is awesome. So Dennis Unichin wins it. Right there. So congratulations to Dennis Unichin on winning the button box. There you go, the prize giveaway. Paulo Chachalowski wins the racing gloves. Preston Hassel, Ed Palumbo both win $25 Steam gift cards. The $50 Steam gift card goes to Craig Marazon, and Dennis Unichin is the winner of the button box. So thanks so much, by the way, for all those guys coming out, and make sure you guys contact me on Discord, and we'll set it up. So we'll put this up in the chat to say thank you very much. All those folks who participated. So what a heck of a night it was here tonight, man. Woo! I tell you what a great race. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. got the huge win. And what a fantastic race it was for him. And Sean Jacobs there saying thanks, Heath and Franco, for the latest Vulcans paint scheme. Wish I could have put it in Victory Lane. You almost got it there, man. It looks great. Franco did a great job and has done a great job painting cars for us. And he is a fantastic race car driver. Hey, don't forget, we got some racing headed your way tomorrow. It's the King of the Oval Series. Race number 5 of the series. We've had 2 races at Kentucky, 2 races at Texas, and now we start California. Stock cars headed to race your way tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then next week, we'll be in the Indy cars. 7 tracks, 14 races. The King of the Ovals. Stock cars and Indy cars here at High Octane Racing League. And this race will be live right here on TurnLeftTV. And we'll take a look at that schedule as we have the race still up. There we go. So California in the next 2 weeks. Richmond coming up after that. Iowa, Phoenix, and then Indy finishing it out. So 2 races each track. And we are at California for a 90-lap race in the stock cars tomorrow night. The GT3 Series will be in action on Sunday. It's race number 5 of the season. What a fantastic little series this is. I didn't have much luck last week. I had some computer issues, some connection issues, so I had to pull out of the race. But Portugal is a fun track. Racing starts, or quals start at 2 p.m. Race will start at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, please give EliteHostingUSA.com a look. That's right, man. EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with rFactor 2 servers, also WordPress hosting and online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting. Please give EliteHostingUSA.com. No matter where you are in the world, give them a look. I want to say thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. for getting the race win here in the High Octane Racing League Steve Freeze Memorial 250 2022 style. And congratulations to all those winners on the Wheel of Fun. Makes it a lot of fun for me, and thanks to all those folks who have subscribed to the channel, all the folks that come out and participate in the chat, and most importantly, all the folks that race here at High Octane Racing League. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. There's a donate button right there at PayPal if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV. Thanks to all the folks who have watched. I got 14 people watching right now. Man, I feel like Aerosmith. My gosh. Hey, thanks for coming out. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night for the King of the Oval Series race. It's been a 3-hour broadcast here tonight, man. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go talk to my friends. Thanks for coming out and joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Until next year and the Steve Freeze Memorial Race, maybe we'll do this track again. It turned out to be a great one. So thanks to all those folks that come out and watch the races, and thanks for the participants, too, and all the people that support High Octane Racing League. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thanks for showing up. I'm going to get out of here, folks. Let my dog out. We love you, Steve. Thanks for making it possible, each and every one of us.